the original Guardian of Peace. His goal was to find those who possessed the right qualities and teach them how to preserve peace in the realm. It was never to submit to the whims of a dying kingdom, to slaughter the weak and those deemed enemies by virtue of their birth. The Han is in its death throes. It cannot. Now is the time to stand up against it, to fulfill our true duty as guardian. We must find the hero of this age. And come, let us talk to the chief.
Stormcloud. DYNASTY, this is your last chance to turn back. This may sound strange coming from the one who set you on this path, but what awaits you is likely a past better. I won't force you to do anything that you don't want to, least of all for my benefit. So your resolve remains Truth be told, sometimes I wonder if I've done the right thing. And yet, I couldn't help but try. I thought that, in the end, this is all. Still, it's you who wants to come. This is my responsibility.
I hear the way Lord...
That's right.
Not many people can read and write.
Cao-cao is surrounded by so many waterways. I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold.
Thank you.
Ziluan, you did well to stand up against them. It took some convincing, but the chief finally agreed that our decision was the correct one. We saved the child's life, but now comes the hard part. We must fool the Han and convince them the child does not exist. If he were to be found here, the village would be in great danger. And of course you know that not everyone was happy with what you did. But listen, Ziluan. This was not a mistake. I have been It is time to begin our mission. We must find the hero. Juha, Ziluan, will you lend me...
You didn't need to call us here for that. I've already decided. The three of us are going to make our dream of peace come true.
I believe it. But promise me, both of you. Once you have found the hero, then together, we will give him our...
Thank you. I was frozen, unsure what to do. This is the true face of the village's strongest warrior, who has reaped the ambitions of so many. How weak I am compared to you. Surprised? Your ancestors lived. The truth is, there was never any reason to tie yourself to the village. You always had the means to leave. You have the free. I want to go on that journey into a world.
Yeah.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that work. Even with such an eminent family,
Hey, it can be busy. Here, you have a good eye. I'm impressed. This is some fascinating stuff. Come on, I believe with our lore, I think, besides that, all kinds of knowledge can have value on the battlefield. That goes for intuition, too, which many say I excel at. Oh, do you know what happened? All your accumulated, which is all... but I've not let you thank you. So, to be honest, having you along, maybe this is...
For the sake of Lord Cao-cao.
Lord Eugene is way too strict. They say a bunch of his...
More and more people are losing their families.
I'll show Lord Liu Bei what I'm made of.
Xia Pei is surrounded by so many waterways.
Who's buying everything up? The more battles they have, the busier our streets get. What are they even after?
Time has come for the Sun to rise up again, with the wind at our back.
wrong guy. Lord Chengpu! Everyone's back!
Lord Sunshan sure seemed to be enjoying himself at the banquet.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully here.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
Huh? Thank you.
Bai Luan, we've confirmed that the invaders are government forces. They already have...
How? What happened to our scouts? And even if they have somehow discovered the child's existence, how did they mobilize so quickly?
An informant. Perhaps someone who disagreed with the position you took.
You mean a traitor in the village?
You all need to run. I'll buy us some time.
Jua,
Please, Bai Luan. Look after Ziluan. He was never just a stray we took in. Now listen. I am the strongest fighter in this village, and you two will only get in my way. You have to live, Ziluan.
Jua! What? Foolish girl! Siluan, after her! I cannot fly with only one of my wings. We...
Chua entrusted you with her dream. She knew she would never be able to realize. Perhaps my father believed, but Chua survived, and she appeared before you. Things are drawing to a close, Ziluan, and I will be at your...
I hear the way Lord...
Yeah.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands out as true.
What does peace even look?
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye.
What a shame. You'll have to wait a while longer to show off your new garb on the battlefield. The difference in our forces is too great. Zhang Shu, on the other hand, right now, Zhang Shu should be on his way to... We will receive more... Thank you again, Lord Cao-cao.
There is no need to thank me. In fact...
That is gracious of you to say.
While we have the chance, we wish to make a proposal. In honor of this agreement, what say... Of course, it won't be as sophisticated as perhaps you're used to. Nevertheless, we wish to show you our goodwill.
Well...
The banquet...
That? But let me be upfront about the circumstances. We will therefore send all our soldiers away from the castle to ensure the banquet passes without incident.
Very well. Guo Jia, I will accept their hospitality.
But we cannot allow you to go alone, Lord Cao-cao. Take Lord Dian...
Very well, I will. The rest of you will need to remain outside the castle.
There you are. Forget what I said earlier. You're about to fight your first battle as an officer of Cao-cao. Zhang Shu's surrender was a ruse. He sent... We don't know it's... Although Dion Wei's group is guarding him.
He must have thought that this...
What he's up to.
He may already have... By heading deep into the enemy's territory.
It'll be in vain if he pays for the...
Only he would know. Jiang Shu's forces may have further...
My might shall illuminate...
Until Lord Cao-cao has escaped, I will not fall even as life leaves my body. I, Dion Wei, shall show what a true warrior is made of.
I will live and make good on my escape. Dion Wei, your sacrifice shall not be in vain. This I swear.
I see it.
In the event of an emergency, we are to meet at the Eastern Gate. Lord Cao-cao and Lord Dion Wei are also aware of this. While our forces subdue the enemy, we shall move to offer aid. That way, we can move swiftly and
The
adapt
enemy
to
officer
any scenario.
has been defeated.
Shall we initiate the advance?
I do not fight our way through these numbers.
I will draw the enemy's attention. Find an unguarded one and escape through there.
Thank you.
The plan went off without a hitch. Now may we gnash at Cao-cao's unguarded throat.
Damn it. This rain of arrows prevents both progress and retreat.
You see it all. The eastern battlefield is shifting. It seems that Lord Cao-cao is safe. Now, let us do what we can. Observe the situation and quash any threats to Lord Cao-cao. Shall we initiate the advance?
I see it. Situation. The enemy officer has been defeated. An opening. Is that it? A worthy foe. The enemy officer
Now the real
has
battle
been defeated.
begins. We're in a tough spot. We've got to pull out all the stops. Now more than ever.
Turn the table. Time to act. Looking rough. Time to attack. Nice. I see it. Is that it? The enemy officer has been defeated. An opening.
Such incredible skill.
The enemy officer
tear my eyes
has
away
been
from
defeated. An opening. Let's go. An opening. Time to act. Tables turn.
That was an impressive
The enemy
effort.
officer
I
has been
enjoy just
defeated.
watching you out there.
A little rash to be charging it alone for the sake of valor. I guess you want to die. There we go. I see it. There we go.
Time to act.
All my might. Yes. There we go.
Turn the tables. Time to act. Time to act.
All my might.
It's territory. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Reinforcements from outside the castle. One is fighting to keep me alive. As such, I must survive.
Good. That's one threat off the table. Let us hurry after Lord Cao-cao and continue providing backup.
This amount of resistance was to be expected. Now then, it is about time for the next step.
We are the army of Liu Biao, governor of Jing. We have come to fell the villainous Cao-cao. There! Cao-cao is on the ramparts! Archers, loose!
Zhang Xu and Liu Biao have joined forces, as we'd suspected. This will not end so easily. Shall we initiate the advance?
The enemy's movements indicate that Cao-cao must be fleeing west. We shall follow in his tracks.
Judge the situation poorly.
I can't believe this!
The enemy officer
One man do
has
all
been
this?
defeated.
Possessed by a demon! Nobody! I use my strength to enforce my lord's will! I will not fail! Not ever!
Cao Cao's cohorts and guards are formidable. Be that as it may, this is still within expectations. It's about time for the next step.
Take this.
With all my might!
Lord Zhang bade us to take over the enemy bases. Let us go. We'll show them the might of Liu Biao's forces. Begin advancing.
Enemy reinforcements are heading for our base. We will be undone if they gain a foothold. We must stop them.
Oh, we can position catapults here. Cao-cao's men are in for a surprise.
Can't believe this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Shall we initiate the advance?
We must take down the foes to the rear and save Cao-cao. This will be more difficult than I'd wished.
What a predicament. Even so, I shall not abandon hope. I see it all.
Very good! Keep that
The enemy officer has been defeated.
So this is the end for me. Uncle, I hope you shall remain safe.
That was much too close. I will forever remember this favor.
A difficult situation. It's true. But there's value in not giving in.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
What happens from here on, that counts.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours. Blast! The unleashed trick after nasty trick upon us.
Given the situation, Lord Cao-cao should be able to head westward, capture the northwest stronghold, and raise ladders on the ramparts. Shall we initiate the advance?
I'll fight to bring glory to our forces!
What's going on? Failed to bring down one man with these numbers! You lack my resolve. That's why. I want nothing more than to see Lord Cao-cao's glorious kingdom. I'll give everything I have to make that happen. We've got him now. All units, attack! How much of a monster he is, these numbers, surely. Ah, bring it on! I'll take you all on at once!
And open.
officer has been defeated.
The ladders are ready? Is ours. Let us open up a path for Lord Cao-cao.
Let's go. An opening.
I'll take care of this. Take this.
Behold my power.
Can't believe this.
Another victim has fallen before me. Go.
Let's go then. You can handle this.
Perhaps we can escape the castle from here.
You're unharmed, right? Cao-cao.
Indeed.
If you can walk that far, I suppose you're fine.
Cao-cao, please hear. There's no future for us. After him. Do not let him escape. Begin advancing.
We've rendezvoused with Cao-cao. We will now head south to put some distance between us and this battle.
I fear I cannot stay with you to the end.
There we go. All my might. You won't escape, Cao-cao. Your destiny ends here.
All my might. Young Shu, you have great talent. It truly is a shame you stand against me. Still, I will allow no one to stand in the way of my destiny.
Encountering me is the worst thing that could have happened to you.
We end this here.
Looking rough.
Let's get serious.
Looking rough.
Take this. Time to end this.
It shouldn't have been like this.
The enemy officer
That did not go as
has
planned.
been defeated.
I must try again later. With all my might. Let's go. may not end well for us at this rate.
Tables turned.
Things are looking bad, but I refuse to consider this settled.
There we go.
Let's go. And open it.
There we go. Retreating's the last thing I want. Even so, I'm leaving the rest to you. There we go.
Let's end this. Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go.
You have saved me. After this is finished, I shall be sure to thank you properly.
You appear when you're most needed. That is a talent in itself.
I shall put an end to you with my intellect.
It's over! No good. I see it. Bring them down. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Must fall back.
Let's go.
Cao-cao still lives. At this rate, I won't be able to show my face to Lord Liu Biao.
Liu Biao's reinforcements are quite sizable. Taking them down would deal a solid blow to him. Lord Cao-cao has sacrificed much for this outcome.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Let's get serious. The enemy officer
Such great
has been defeated.
I'll be back for now.
Let's go.
Good. I expected as much from you.
Bear witness to my power.
Easy.
All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Sure know how to fight.
Let's go.
Lament or stop moving forward, nor will I dwell on the past. That is the path to domination.
Go on ahead, my lord. And don't look back, no matter what.
Very well. I'm counting on you. Dian Wei. No turning back.
Dian Wei. I knew this might...
For not only Dian Wei, but even the young...
But we have though the price we...
Cao-cao. Dian Wei was a warrior like no other.
What of it? Do you remember what I said when my father died? We cannot allow anger or grief. That is our...
My lord.
To conquer a world in chaos. What if we dwell? Not even my... That.
All that's left is to decide...
Not executing...
Shichu, what do you think?
Huh? Me?